dog.
Yeah, you need to calm the fuck down.
But yeah, I remember the internet blew up about Lady and the Tramp because it was just like, not Lady and the Tramp, about Beauty and the Beast. It was like they made LeFou gay, and then I was like,
stupid.
I was like, you know what? And it wasn't even like they had a 30-minute scene of LeFou making out with some dude. No. It was just like at the end dance, LeFou is dancing with another dude.
Yeah,
like that was it, and I was like.
Fucking stupid, man.
No, it was in the Gaston dance. He danced with another man, I think. Mm-hmm. And, like, he danced with the dude in like one scene.
In the original movie, they all dance with each other. Who gives a shit?
Exactly. Yeah.
They're all dancing with each other.
In the bar.
They're talking about how manly Gaston is.
Yeah.
You're not even talking about it. Singing about it.
Yeah, they have a musical number. LeFou starts a musical number about how manly Gaston is and how everyone in town wants to fuck him.
That's already pretty gay.
That musical number was him like touching Gaston and shit.
Yeah. No one's.
His dick says big as Gaston's.
No. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I guess LeFou is gay.
Yeah.
I feel bad that they had to spell it out for me.
The song is pretty gay when you think about who's singing it and shit. Like,
I feel pretty bad that they had to spell it out for me, but yeah, that makes sense. And the internet fucking took that shit and ran with it.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, God,
they just need something to complain about. That's all.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, most
that's all it is.
Something to bitch about.
Because if they complain, then they get views for something.
Exactly.
So, yeah. That's why they just nitpick for like every little thing. I mean, even Pokemon fans do that all the time. It's annoying.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, it's just a kids game.
We want a Diamond and Pearl remake. Why the fuck would you make a Diamond and Pearl remake, you asshole?
Basically, that's
fuck
exactly
you.
what happened.
And it was like, well, we want a Diamond and Pearl remake, and it was like, okay, we basically just remade the game.
No,
but like,
they remade it, and they were complaining. Why is it the same as Diamond and Pearl? I'm like, because that's what you asked for.
Yeah, a remake does not mean new content. It just means an updated graphical system. That's it.
And then when they announced
do a remake and they fucking throw all the old like content out and completely redo it, that's a rework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they announced Diamond and Pearl, they
I can be whatever I want.
they also they also did what's it called? They announced the Pokemon like Arceus game, like Legends of Arceus, and it's just like, holy shit, this is like, it's basically like Pokemon Monster Hunter.
Really?
Yeah, it actually
Now hold on.
It's more like Pokemon Breath of the Wild. You're not gonna slaughter the Pokemon.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, can I finally skin it?
I was thinking it was one of those things where like, you know,
Pokemon can slaughter you.
Beat the shit out of them, and you can like put a trap down. And then, like, once they're trapped, you come out with this fucking Pokemon, you just, like, shove it in their face or some shit like that to capture them.
It looks really fun, but it's more like, it's like Breath of the Wild Pokemon. So, but it's like,
I see what you're saying.
Real time.
More like open world.
Yeah, but it's also like real time, like, Piplup, go. Piplup, you attack him from that side, I'm gonna run around him and fucking suplex this Pokemon.
How jacked are you?
You can actually like fight along with your Pokemon against Pokemon, and it's like
that's fucking
this
awesome.
Is fucking awesome.
Just
but that also means that
season's
like,
coming. We need to hunt for whale lords.
But that also means that like the Pokemon can also fuck you up.
Yeah, Pokemon will fight you.
Yeah, it's just like,
all I'm saying is, if you can do that, right, and if you can put Pokemon in balls, right, that means you could probably put people in Pokeballs. And then you could throw them out there. And you could just have people fighting Pokemon. That should be fucking hilarious.
In one of the movies, they talked about the idea. Well, no.
the ethics of slavery. It was like
the idea that humans are also Pokemon, and it's like, well, they both share, right, a common ancestor, but then they switch off between humans becoming just humans and the other ones being Pokemon. But then in the most recent movie, a human uses a Pokemon move, but I can't remember what it is.
What?
I think it was called Suplex, based on what Christian just said.
Well, it would make sense for any human to use a fighting type.
Are we considering the fighting types just like, I use punch?
Fighting types are just what humans can do, man. Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, and maybe normal type moves too, except for Flash Cannon.
Okay, so there's a real question: can a human go into Pokeball, or is what's the company?
What, Nintendo?
I don't remember.
I guess, is Nintendo brave enough? Is Nintendo brave enough?
Nintendo is not.
Just imagine, you know how in some of the movies they show like the like ancient history of Pokemon, like they show like Pokemon World War II. Imagine just like fucking Pokemon like ancient Egypt, where it's like faster, back in the ball, back in the balls.
Oh no.
Well, here's the question: how would you?
Yeah. So look, So it's all like open world and like cinematic and shit.
Yeah, cinematic and shit.
And then you just fucking suplex a Pokemon because that's the best shit.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Oh no, not the
like,
Medusa.
I don't even want to be given a Pokemon if that's the case. I just want to start out by suplexing shit to get Pokemon.
Pokemon are terrifying creatures.
Yeah,
that Ursa
right there
is
fucking terrifying.
It's coming right at you.
No, you have a dodge roll
like
and everything.
I need like a fucking sword for this game.
You have a dodge roll. No, your sword is your Pokemon.
Is this just fucking like Pokemon Dark Souls?
Not to that extent, but
strong style.
Agile style. But yeah, and then but it makes more sense to white out now because that just means the Pokemon just fucking murdered you.
Yeah, the Pokemon fucking destroyed all your people, looked at you and was like, you next, bitch.
Finally, food.
That's fine. I know you just tried to eat me, but
all I'm saying is that if you can actually like physically interact with them and like do shit like that, I think instead of it being like here's the professor, he's gonna give me a Pokemon, it should be like, I'm out in the woods at night, shit's going down, oh fuck, there's like a rat attack, I gotta beat his ass, alright, I'm gonna show him my Pokemon.
It's like, you're coming home with me, Pidgey!
Stop trying to run! Just shh. It'll be okay once I get you to the Pokemart.
I mean, you really gotta stay away from like the like elemental types. And just imagine you try to like wrestle a Pikachu or a Charmander.
Yeah.
It's just like I got you down, Charmander. Charmander's fucking like just
get fucking waterboarded by a fucking Squirtle. Just
no, right, one of those like magma snail dudes. You try to touch him, your fucking hand just melts off.
Right. It's what are the codes? I don't know.
What do the numbers
Bro,
mean?
Could you imagine Blastoids in that situation? Like, you fucking roll up on a Blastoids, the man just gets down on all fours and just starts shooting you
Dude,
with a hydro cannon. Like,
I'm telling you.
What do? You fucked. You die.
I'm telling you, Pokemon World War II, they definitely put like some sort of like.
Oh,
You ever
they
seen
had
like
to.
you ever
They
seen
had
like a
to.
rifle grenade? They just put those in fucking Blastoids, just hydro pump that shit out
they
there.
definitely did have a world war.
They did.
You can see it in the
There's the
game.
tension.
I'm pretty sure they talked about it being the second one.
I don't remember if they're talking about being the second one or not, but I know they've had at least one.
Yeah, they talk about it every now and again. It just comes up in casual
that one
conversation.
gym leader,
They definitely don't enjoy it.
That like electric gym leader, in
Lieutenant
particular,
Sarge,
yeah,
who literally fought in the war.
Yeah, he talks about it. He says some shit about
The fucking Vietnam vet who's just like, I fought in the war. It's like, how old are you? I'm 30. Oh shit, that was like really close.
Yeah, glad I was born out.
Why do you look like an old man?
Yeah, there's the question: why is the world so fucking peaceful when there was a major world war that happened within one of the like gym leaders' lifetime?
I mean, okay, let's actually look at that question though. When you leave your little town, right, your little peaceful village in the middle of God.
People start jumping you for your money.
The moment you walk past a motherfucker, they're like, "Oh, it's that bitch! Get his ass! Fucking get his ass! Yeah, bitch! You gonna walk past me? You gonna come into my eyesight?
So
Give me your money, motherfucker!
So
you be my rat? Here comes a Pidgey! Bet you didn't expect that one! Oh, book tag! Gotcha! Like, you don't have
the world's just Detroit.
Yeah.
That world is not fucking peaceful, bro.
Shit.
There's like biker gangs and shit that are riding around like that. That world is not fucking peaceful.
There are a lot of biker gangs.
You walk into some
There's a lot of
and then
criminal
fucking
organizations
dragon
that are
shows up
taking
to
over the
fuck
world,
you.
so-
Like, there is zero peace in the Pokemon universe.
It's like, wait, how is the government not stopping this like obvious organization in their obvious evil town?
Well, see, that's probably what happened was the government collapsed.
Right?
The government
everyone
collapsed
for itself?
and everyone
Well, no.
was just living in kind of like this libertarian dream state where like there is no government and everyone's just kind of like, okay, but there is just like random brawling.
That's the thing, though. There is a government because they mention it multiple times that it's the Elite Four plus the champion that are in charge of that entire region.
So it's just warlordism.
So, yeah, so
pretty much.
whoever the
Everyone
strongest.
Every town is ruled by whoever their gym leader is.
So that means
And they
at the
all
end of
go to
Pokemon games, so you fight the Elite Four and then become the champion.
Yeah, you're a
just
10-year-old
I
government leader.
am 10 years old. I am in charge of all of you.
All except for Red, who intentionally left because he was like, yeah, I don't want to rule a government. I want to be the strongest. So he waits on the fucking mountain for gold.
I did not know that the Elite Four was the regional.
That's why, like, in all the
and
side
it
content for this
also
stuff,
how,
that's why all the gym leaders and the Elite Four are the ones that take care of all the issues.
Yeah.
Ash is just there. He's just some guy.
Yeah.
That
What
just happens
fucking
to
like
be there.
qualification is that? It's like, hey, I'm really fucking good with water Pokemon. It's like, bro, we're in the middle of the desert.
The qualification is you're not gonna fuck with them.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
The
Mess with my
qualification
Gyarados?
is
Didn't
they
think so.
protect that town.
How about my level 100 Magikarp that only knows Splash?
Yeah, like, you're not gonna fuck with
Excuse
them.
you, if I already used all the splashes, it's stroke time.
Yeah, that's right.
Time for you to get fucked.
You have until I run out of splashes on my Magikarp before it struggles. Then you're in a heap of trouble. Mainly because Magikarp struggle is based on its strength stat, and it has a lot of it for some ungodly reason.
I mean, it's a big old fish. It's pretty strong.
Lore-wise, it's also strong enough to leap over mountains.
Yeah.
What?
That's, yeah.
Magikarp is fucking stupid.
I think the Pokedex
really
was
sweet.
written by a fucking 10-year-old.
Well,
it's supposed to be because
it's-
what's his face is supposed to be writing it. Like
No,
every
see,
entry.
that's the thing. Because in the thing, it's like, hey, Ash, here's the Pokedex. Go observe every known Pokemon in the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. But every time he catches one, the Pokedex is like,
Already
oh
knows
yeah,
it.
you caught a Rattata. Here's a fun fact about it. And it's like, why am I out here if this Pokedex already knows everything?
So the way that I interpret it is that the Pokedex is not filled, and that Ash, your character, is one that's filling it in with the fun fact. And
This
so
Pokemon is so hot. It's Pokemon hotter than my son.
that's why it's written like it's by a fucking 10-year-old. Because
Okay,
it's a
so-
fucking 10-year-old.
so-
he looks at like an Onix and he's like, he's huge. He must weigh 10,000 pounds. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, so the Pokemon world actually isn't that scary. Because you know, like the ones where it's like, oh yeah, this Pokemon eats children's dreams and shit like that. It's just like the
it's just
fear
fucking
of a 10-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
That Pokemon's just actually just like, hey, I like these berries. There's some pretty good berries.
No.
It's like, you eat
You saw that
children.
trailer that he showed. The Pokemon are terrifying still either way. It doesn't matter. It's still a bear.
Just imagine.
Even a 10-year-old.
I gotta question this 10-year-old's parents, right? Because this lady in every single one, your mom's like, we just moved to a new town. You're like, all right, mom, I'm gonna go
where
out
the
and just start
fuck is
beating
the-
some ass
where
and
the
like
fuck is
fighting
the dad?
bears and shit.
They all have
and
the
the
same-
mom's
In
like,
any
"That's
Pokemon game, do you
fine."
ever see the dad?
Like, no.
Yes.
Yes, actually, yeah. He's normally a gym leader somewhere.
He's a
In,
gym leader
really?
in Johto. No, Hoenn.
Why the
Yeah,
fuck don't
he's-
you? Oh wait,
That's
I
what,
answered my own
in
question.
that one, that's why you moved to that.
Because
because
his
it's like
dad
one
works
one.
there.
The dad got a job as.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
He doesn't
I'm
live in the
almost
same
a gym
town though.
leader.
Like
He's like the-
he's like
yeah,
I am a warlord, but I cannot afford a house in my own town.
I live like 3 towns over, son. You can visit me when you're tough enough.
That was pretty much what he said, and then you roll in and
He
your dad's
does.
like, I'm busy fixing these problems right now, but I see that you have no badges, so you ain't my son till you can beat me. Now get on it.
And I'm like the 5th gym leader, so you gotta
Yeah,
like,
he was like
back.
the 5th and the 6th. Yeah, you had to like backtrack and shit. It fucking sucked to find him.
Ugh. I
Which
said
It's
that-
stupid though.
Which Pokemon game was that?
I think it's like the first one.
no,
No,
it's Ruby and Sapphire.
It's Ruby
Okay.
Sapphire.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
first 2, you don't have a dad.
I remember you do see your dad. I think it was in yellow or blue.
Yellow maybe, because yellow was more based on the anime. But
It was one of
Red-
it was one of like the Game Boy Color ones.
red and blue there was no fathers.
Dad.
Really?
No.
Because the only
I
one
thought
that
there was.
actually has a dad in the early ones is Silver, which is the antagonist.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of then.
Who's the
Yeah,
I played those also.
Because Silver,
I was gonna say,
Silver is that
the
Giovanni's
Silver's-
I
son.
played
Silver's
Silver
dad
and
is
Gold.
In the in the first games, neither you nor your rival has a dad. It's just
No.
just moms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Silver's the first.
Because the dad's too busy
Silver
going like,
has a dad.
Pokemon, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a Pokemon master. Fuck my kids.
Gary was here. Ash is a loser. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, because both of their dads died in the war.
Oh shit!
No
shit!
What are you talking about?
Intensifies.
Ash's dad is Mr. Mime. We all know this.
No, Mr. Mime's a cuck. What are you talking about?
He's just like, honey, do I really have to keep wearing this?
Oh, so he's a fucking.
Oh, there you go.
I want to know, like, how does the whole, like, Pokemon listen to you thing occur? Because, like, you know, you shove them in a little ball. When you take them out of that little ball, I don't know about you guys, but I'd be more pissed off.
Well, actually, it's
coming out of the
the
ball
same
and going
thing.
into
The
the
Native
ball.
Americans used to suffocate their horses. It's like an actual thing.
Yeah.
Used to suffocate their horses, basically, like up to the point of like asphyxiation,
Yeah.
and then release. So the first thing that the horse would like smell and like associate with life was you.
Yeah.
And that's how they fucking
That
broke
makes
in their
sense.
horses. Like, all right, like we got like, look, we just
That's
got
fucking
this.
metal as
So
hell.
they used to do
because
with, like,
horses
dogs, too.
aren't native to
No, they're not.
America.
They're not.
Yeah.
The fucking
No,
like
no.
Spaniards and shit brought them in,
Yeah.
but Native Americans are known for the fucking like
Yeah.
mastery over horses and fucking like archery off horseback.
It
So
didn't
it's
take them
like-
very long to adapt to that
that's,
shit. That was
that's
quick.
fucking why.
Yeah, that's because you know the Spaniards are just like, ah, yes, this is my prize whatever Corsair.
Yeah,
I
fucking
love you.
headlock.
I love you, my little horse. And I was just like, yeah,
Cinemax
that's
is
right.
immediately.
Yeah, it's fucking like. Yeah, it's like a fucking like you take like a spoiled kid and like throw him in the fucking desert and he comes out like a fucking maniac.
See, I always kind of thought the Pokemon world was like not that like metal, but a little more brutal. Because you know how like there's like little red light and they look like they digitize. So basically, when they go in the Pokeball, they just fucking rewrite that Pokemon. Just like you're the owner of this fucking Pokeball is your master, and so they come out and just like. I know nothing about my
but
previous
see,
life.
Based on the games, that's not the case because you need to be either a certain level or have a certain gym
Oh,
badge
yeah, well,
to control
Yeah,
it.
it's a respect.
I feel
It's a respect
I
thing.
feel like it might not even be respecting. I feel like it might be some kind of like fucked up like mind control kind of thing. Like it's like, oh yeah, I got this one, cool. Now as long as they're this week, they have to do what I say.
It is a respect thing though, because they explain that even in the anime, the only way that Ash has ever gotten Pokemon is with their permission. And if they don't have their permission, then you end up with the Charizard situation where it's always constantly attacking back at Ash.
No, just
The
like,
only
you know,
reason
like,
why it listens to him at the end though is because he gets all the gym badges.
That's funny. He just over leveled Charizard.
Wait,
real
I
quick.
thought.
And then it ran away. 'cause
I was gonna
whatever.
say, oh yeah, that's right. I was trying to remember if Charizard just got laid or if he ran
No,
away.
he
So I remember
he released him to go hang out with the other Charizards.
Yeah,
in
he-
I
the
remember
Charizard
being pretty
Valley.
Butterfree, but I didn't. I
Yeah.
forgot he got rid of Charizard.
Yeah,
too.
Charizard. Ash does that a lot. It is just like, this is my like most powerful Pokemon ever. All right, I'll catch you later.
Right.
I'm just like,
Bye bye Butterfree.
no, because I forget which one it is, but the one with Greninja, he
Yeah.
has like the fucking like, oh, you have such a powerful bond with not your first Pokemon ever, but with this Greninja, that the Greninja will literally like take on traits of you
Yeah.
and become like way more powerful.
They become in sync.
Yeah, like
or
they
whatever.
become like fucking.
And that's
like,
how in
really?
whatchamacallit you get
Cool.
Ash Greninja.
Yeah, it's
which
like
used to
Ash
be really
Greninja.
Yeah,
fucking-
like
yeah.
like
Ash
Greninja
Ninja.
loves
was-
you so much that like he will take on your person, and you can like see through its eyes and like
So what
feel
I'm
its pain,
understanding-
but its power is like way more. And then Ash is just like, later, Greninja.
What I'm understanding is-
He lets him go.
No, it's because he
what
never
I'm
takes
getting
on
at
like
this
any
conversation
Pokemon that
is
isn't just
Clifford is
extra
actually a Pokemon.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's taken like he is loved so much by his owner that's why he's so
We talked
big
about
and
Clifford a
powerful.
little bit before you got.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
It makes me curious.
But yeah.
Wait. Maybe the reason Ash always lets his Pokemon go is because he can't accept responsibility because his father also left him.
No.
So he just follows his footsteps.
Look, I have abandonment issues, Greninja. I'm just gonna disappoint you. Get out of here.
I think it's
Get out of here.
I think it's not as deep as that. It's more of, you know how he's never won a championship? It's because he's his fucking Pokemon, so he lets him go because he's like, nah, y'all let me down. He was supposed to win in X and Y, and he never did.
He had every fucking advantage. He was fighting against a fucking Charizard and shit. And it wasn't even
Okay,
like.
well, okay,
and then he
so to
fucking
be fair,
lost.
Ash is a shit. He is a shit Pokemon trainer. Like against every single gym leader, it's always go get him, Pikachu. What fucking rock electricity does nothing to Onix? I know. I was gonna set up a fucking fire spray.
That was only the first season. After that, it got a lot
It was
worse.
actual.
It got a lot worse. He actually won all the gym badges. But in the first season, it's just a lot of them were like either happenstance or just like, the fire system went off and now Onyx is wet, so therefore weak to water or weak to electricity.
Yeah.
A lot of that happened in the first season.
Because now he's
but
a
after
water
that-
type, I guess.
But after that,
I forget. Was he smart enough to use Pikachu in the water gym?
no.
No.
I think that's the one gym he
Yeah.
didn't use Pikachu in.
Yeah, he did not. He used like Pidgey and
Pretty
fucking
sure,
Butterfree and all of those, and then other stuff happened.
Wasn't it some bullshit like they were just like, I bet you're just gonna use your fucking Pikachu. Bet you.
I don't think so. I don't think they goaded Ash into not using Pikachu. I think he just didn't. And
Just
then
a fucking dumbass.
And then Team Rocket showed up and like kidnapped all the Pokemon, and then they saved him.
And then that's how he got his badge.
Because he was fighting against Misty,
Yeah.
and Misty's sisters were like, "Hey, Ash, you earned the badge." And Misty's like, "What the fuck? No, I have to give it to him." And he's like, "He has a fucking Pikachu. He gets the badge."
Look at that Pikachu stats. It's a level 100 already.
Yeah, like that was like how he got like the water badge. But the sisters were just like, "No, he won." Like, I don't know why he was fucking with you this whole time. He had a Pikachu. He won.
Oh, so they just actually thought he was just a jackass.
I
He's
don't
like,
know.
Oh no, I'm not gonna win this battle. Go fucking kill him, Pikachu.
Fucking drop a toaster in the fucking.
That's essentially the same thing, yeah.
Fucking just hit her with thunderstorm while she's.
It's like, hey, Pikachu, take a swim.
Apparently, there's a show on Netflix. It's like an anime. I think it's called like Super Crooks or something, and it's apparently like really good. I haven't seen it, but it's like this kid. He's like lives in a world of superheroes, and he gets superpowers, and he gets like electricity powers.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like he's debuting himself in front of like the fucking like bullies and shit that like picked on him, but now he has like superpowers, and so he's like flying over the public pool and like. Loses control.
Oh my
Loses
God.
control and accidentally
It
like
saps everybody.
slaughters everyone in the pool.
That's in the fucking trailer for it, and I'm like,
that's all
what?
I've seen is the fucking trailer, and he like kills everyone in the pool, and he's like, oh no, and he like slams on a fucking ATM, and the ATM's like, here's some money, and he's like, oh okay, I guess I'm a bad guy now.
It just goes downhill from there. It's
He's
so
just like,
bad.
oh boy, I got so many people. Oh shit, I just killed a bunch of people.
He's
Oh
out
shit,
here
I
like-
just stole money. Well, better keep doing this.
He's out here like, I didn't choose life of crime chose me.
I had to keep this.
Or he's like Christian in Fable when he accidentally slaughtered the fucking village.
Yeah, you're just going, just like, alright, so what button's the button to like accept this quest? Ah shit, I just killed her. Ah shit, there's guards. Ah shit, I just killed him. Ah shit.
That's what happened. I was like,
I guess this is an evil playthrough, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I want to do a good playthrough, and it was like, sword. Okay, how do I put my sword away? Maybe it's the same sword button. Nope, that's attack. Fuck. Okay, what's the Y? Gun. Oh no, I shot them now. Well, okay, I killed everyone in the starting town.
So
I remember
I'm
playing.
beyond
you
redemption.
can always turn it around.
Nope.
It's very easy to
No,
do
it's
it
not.
depending on where you're at in the game.
After that, full asshole the whole time.
So there's one of those doors, right? You have to be like evil to open it. You have to do like a certain amount of evil. And you have to do an evil act in front of it. It's like eating the crunchy chick or whatever, right? So I would eat like a fuck ton of crunchy chicks and go like full evil just by doing that shit, right? And then like for like the first like half the game, I'd just be fucking evil, right? I was evil as fuck. And then you get to the point where you reach like the church or whatever, and they're like, oh, do you have a donation or whatever, right? Well, depending on like how you spent your money, you can be like filthy fucking rich by this time.
Yeah, just be a
And
landlord simulator.
There's another door that you can only open if you're like super fucking good, and it's like around that church, like past that church. It's like go in there and donate like 1,000,000 coins, and all of a sudden I have like a fucking halo and shit. And I just walk
the
up to the
fucking
door, I'm
Protestant
like,
version of
it was fucking hilarious, dude.
Church, it's just like
No. That's what the Protestants were against.
oh
The
yeah,
Catholic version.
you're right. Where it's just like, oh, I could just give you a couple bucks and absolve myself of sin.
Pretty much.
Fuck yeah. All right, cool. Into heaven I go.
Yeah, for Fable was always. I remember my first Fable 3 playthrough. I'm like, oh right, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. I remember who the fuck the character was, but they really pissed me off, so I just shot them. And like that was the trigger. I was just like, well, this is an evil playthrough now.
Yeah, I remember not liking Fable 3. I remember liking Fable 2 a lot. But Fable 3,
I
was
remember
like,
liking Fable 1 a lot.
Fable 2 was pretty good.
I didn't enjoy as much as Fable 1. And I never even got Fable 3.
Fable 3, once I learned you could buy a property and just break the game, it was just
You
like...
can do that in Fable 1 also.
Yeah, I apparently only
Yeah,
got,
but there isn't a mechanic in Fable 1 that I know of that, like, requires you to have a certain amount of money. There isn't, like, some mechanic that's just like, oh no, are you gonna be good but poor or evil but rich? It's just like
the best thing about Fable 1 is you could do both. So like when I was super evil, right, I'd like go into town, I'd go to like Oakville or whatever, right? I'd already like bought a house or two, we can get like rental from it or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And so once I had enough money, I'd go into fucking Oakville and I'd walk up to one of the merchants, just fucking murder all the merchants. Mm-hmm. And then I'd leave long enough for them to not want to murder me, and then I'd come back and I'd buy all the merchant places because those ones sold like whenever you rented them out because they were like a shop, you got more money from it.
Yeah.
And then I would do that until I owned the whole fucking town. And so then I just walk through the fucking town, pick up like $500,000, and then go buy whatever I need.
That's you do.
Yeah, see, I never learned about the second half of Fable 3. I only played the first half where like you become
That's
king.
the only good part.
And you become king, and I was like, alright, I'm done here. I became king in the chicken suit. I'm done. This game has peaked for me. And then someone told me afterwards, like, oh, what did you do about like the blob or like the fucking like bullshit that's actually attacking the world? And I was like, what?
Like, hold
I
on.
don't know. I fucking sold that game, man. I didn't play
Yeah,
that shit.
exactly.
The first half is the only good half. The actual like king shit is just, it's so fucking boring.
I want to play Fable 2 and Fable 3, but they don't offer it. Like, they took it out of the store
Yeah.
for some fucking reason. Like, you can't find it in the Microsoft store. You can't find it in Steam or anywhere else. Like, they don't have it.
I'm pretty sure I remember reading it. There was a issue with licensing. There was some sort of licensing. I think it was like music or something.
That's normal.
Oh,
There was some licensing thing that expired. And instead of Microsoft re-upping on it, they just decided, well, I'm not going to pay this. And they're like, well, if you want to keep it on the store, you got to pay us. And I'm like, okay, just outfit everywhere.
I mean, that's incredible that Microsoft would say no to that because they just have so much fucking money.
Well, yes.
But Fable 1 is still in the store.
Yeah, Fable 1's still in the
Because Fable 1 doesn't have like any problems like that. Also, I think it's because they did a remaster of Fable 1.
Yeah, this is the anniversary.
So there
I
might
think they did, yeah.
So it might be like they just automatically relicense that. So like fuck it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like a lot of like shows and stuff too, where it's like, oh man, like why isn't the Proud Family streaming anywhere? It's because like, oh well, it's like the music was done by Beyonce, and she doesn't want to. She's asking for money now, and they don't want to pay it, so you can't stream. You can't have the intro, and because you can't have the intro, we're not gonna put it on anything. So it's a lot of
just imagine they get like just a couple of dudes just in there just to redo the Proud Family
redo
intro.
the Proud Family intro.
Just Proud Family, okay.
Oh, like super shitty.
Yeah, they just have to say the words and then like, all right, just fucking like auto-tune it or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Make it close enough.
Make it close enough. Make me sound like Beyonce.
Yeah, I think it was like a year ago or
Beyonce,
something I
Rihanna.
played
I always
through
mix
the
them
first
up.
Fable, and like I got really into it, and so I platinumed it, and I was like, all right, fuck yeah, let me get on the second Fable, and that's when I realized that you can't find it anywhere, and I was like, this is kind of shitty.
That is the shit.
Well, that's a
Like,
lie.
'cause, like, you know what I mean? Like I was on that like kick.
You can find it somewhere.
Not legally though, and not normally a version that fucking works.
I think I actually do have Fable 2 in my Steam. Like you can loan games, I think.
You have it in your Steam?
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, no, because they're like I went through that kick like a while ago. It was
Yeah.
before they got rid of all the games.
That makes
So I
sense.
bought Fable Anniversary 2 and 3. I think I bought 2.
Yeah.
Well, fucking
I
let me
mean,
check.
I'll look, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not on the kick anymore. What I'm on right now is like strategy-ish games, I guess. I don't really know. I'm just playing whatever the fuck.
Talking
Other
about
people
strategy
are on.
games, they just released a new update to Hearts of Iron, and it completely changes the fucking game.
I'm sure it does. I didn't realize how much Three Kingdoms had changed.
Oh yeah,
It's
apparently
fun,
Three Kingdoms is actually like a good game now.
Yeah,
and then
it's
like
very
it
different.
became a good game, and then you're just like, okay, no more development.
Yeah, it's very different than it used to be. I was very surprised. Like, I started playing it today, actually, while I was waiting for you guys to get here. And when I leveled up, or became like a second Marquise or whatever the fuck, it was like, you have stat points now. And I was like, I get stat points? What the fuck? How? When? Why? I like it. And I think they updated Warhammer 2 also.
Yeah.
I suppose we made like the battles better or some shit.
Yeah, they did a cavalry update, and they're partially letting out a siege update because with Warhammer 3, they're apparently changing some stuff like that.
Yeah, hopefully they make
All right,
it
so I
super
lied.
better.
I have Fable Anniversary, Fable Lost Chapters, and Fable 3.
So not Fable 2?
No.
If you want, Curtis, you can always do what I did, and not for specifically for Fable, But you just go to the used video game store, buy a 360 for like $30, and then buy Fable 2, and probably Fable. I think Fable 3 was also on the 360.
I had all 3 of those on the 360. That's how I played them.
Yeah, you know, it's like
fiddly, dude.
Speaking
$50.
of new games coming up, are you guys gonna get Elden Ring or Elden
That actually looks really good.
I think it's only a
How do you-
PS5 exclusive.
No.
I'm pretty sure that
I'm pretty sure it's the exact opposite. I think it's a Microsoft.
it's banned
exclusive.
from PS5.
I think it's a Microsoft exclusive. I think it's Xbox.
yeah, I think it's gonna be on not PS.
If it is, then yeah, probably.
PC.
What are you gonna get it on?
PC. I don't
PC.
have any other fucking console.
Okay.
Get it on the Switch.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna get on my fucking.
So how do you feel
Game Boy
about
Advance
how
SP.
they're changing the invasion
Dude, fuck
mechanics?
Hell yeah.
I haven't really looked into it too much.
It's gonna be
To
like-
what?
But with
Open
it
up
being
like
open
30.
world, I assume that they were going to have to make some changes somewhere. The biggest thing that I am worried about with the game is that with how Dark Souls works, right? Like with the combat style and all that shit,
Mhm.
it normally works because it's like you're kind of in like a tight environment and there's normally like a bunch of enemies around. And you have to kind of figure out how to like deal with them either one at a time or like how to get around them and shit. And so I wonder how it's going to work in like such a large open environment. Like I feel like there's probably going to be like a large amount of open space
There is.
where there just isn't like anything going on. Period.
So, from the people that have done the beta test, it's actually very filled to the brim with content everywhere.
Oh, that's good. That's
So
really good then.
There's a really big thing on exploration on this one.
Good.
So there's a
I
lot
like
of shit.
releasing.
And there's a lot more variety into
Good.
with the builds.
It
So
sounds-
they're actually doing so far really fucking good with it.
No, that
It
makes sense.
sounds like
okay.
it sounds like for invasions they changed it so basically to stop twinking. You can only be invaded if you're currently doing co-op.
Yes.
From what it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
And
I mean, they stopped twinking in the last set too.
They did by the item levels.
Yeah, item level and soul level. You had
Yeah.
2 different modifiers. Now you could more or less like enable yourself to be invaded by twinks depending on like what items you use, because you can use items to have like a larger soul level difference or a larger like item level difference and have more
Yeah.
people invade you, and that was fun.
There's a weird system on that.
Yeah.
But what is nice is that they brought back power stancing, and they made it better than they did in 2. So guess who's gonna be
you
using
mean
2
you
lances at the
dual-wield?
same time?
Jesus
Hell
Christ.
fucking yeah!
God, you did that last time. It looks so dumb.
2 grand lances, let's go!
They're just so long, and all you do is you just like kind of put them in your armpits and run forward. That was like your double
Dude, hell
attack.
yeah. No, I
and
was
it
like,
pushes them into the fucking wall. You just said it was so dumb.
All I could
I
think
hated
of
it.
when you were doing that pose was just that fucking meme with the skeleton with the fucking machine gun.
I'm gonna look like this Pokemon. Hold on.
You know what I've watched a little bit of the gameplay for the beta or whatever, and I really liked how they changed
What do
magic.
you mean?
Yeah, that was
That's what I'm gonna look like.
ridiculous. So like in all the other Dark Souls, magic was very kind of like
Yeah.
I gotta stand still to do this bullshit or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Like,
very
kinda like-
dynamic.
Like move a little bit left and right. They updated it a lot to kind of keep up with the whole like I gotta move around and explore and shit now. And so you can cast spells while you're on your horse and shit too.
Yep.
And a lot of the spells have a lot better tracking, which was like the biggest fucking problem in the other games. Is it was like, oh, the guy moved 2 inches to the left, I missed him. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoy the magic build because I feel like it's a little bit harder in some ways, but it's more rewarding in some ways than
It's
a regular like sword
it's very
build.
high risk, high reward. from what I've seen.
Exactly.
It's like if you land like all 5 of those balls, you just kill
Yeah.
anything.
What
Oh,
I've
he
seen from
knows.
this one though
He
is
knows.
that the faith versions of all the spells.
Faith has been getting
this one-
shittier and shittier.
In this one, they're good.
Oh,
They're
did
better.
they bring back Lightning Spear and make it actually good again?
Yes,
Because Lightning Spear was like the best fucking thing in base first game,
because
and then it was dark with the expansion, and then in the
Because
second game Lightning was shit.
the way that
I-
it's working so far, and I don't think they have said anything. I haven't seen anything on pyromancies, but between magic and faith, is that magic is really good for a lot of single target stuff, but faith is really good for AOE's. And because it's a game based on
Magic has always been good
overworld.
against single target. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're
it's
gonna have more
be-
like Wrath of God kind of spells where it's like an
Pretty much.
AOE from you, centered on you.
Yeah.
Apparently,
So you're
George
gonna
R. R.
want
Martin's one of the writers.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
He is one of the people who.
Oh
who
shit!
has
So we're gonna
this-
see a lot of incest and murder.
And that's
Possibly.
probably why he hasn't finished the other book yet.
I mean,
Oh yeah, that's definitely the reason.
That's why they.
That's why.
Yeah.
He leaves them all for bad guys.
He actually, the reason why it's taken him so long to finish the last book is because if you get the first letter of every sentence of every of his works, it spells out the final book.
He's already written it.
He's already written it. He's like,
It's already
by
done.
the end of Elden Rings, it will be done. Find it.
No, just I'm pretty sure the reason he hasn't released his book is
Because he doesn't know how.
no, he saw how shit fucking D&D did it, and so he's just like, if I just released nothing in everyone's mind, whatever I would have released
Would be
would have
better
been
than that.
infinitely better than what was actually released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when he's gonna outsource his fans to create the book one chapter.
Oh, no, even better,
God.
even better. What D&D released actually was what George R. R. Martin was gonna write, and he saw how
That's exactly
how
it.
badly it was taken. He was just like,
A lot of
Fuck it.
people speculate that.
So I guess
they're like, damn.
Bran was not the king.
Yeah.
And, what's the internet complaining? Which one did they want to see?
What's Westeros? Oh, I don't know.
No, they were complaining mainly about the Khaleesi having a Starbucks cup in one of these.
Okay, so no Starbucks. That
Damn.
was a part of my original
Starbucks
vision.
was originally part of the
It was-
kingdom.
That was
in that
the
same
original
season was
vision.
a Starbucks cup, I think 2 bottles of water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
It was
because
like-
they had
They just
those.
gave the
It
fuck
was
up.
like, oh, so I guess they don't like the fact that it actually takes place in a post-apocalyptic
It actually
world.
takes place in 2019.
Like, I guess they didn't like that twist where, okay, that's fine.
Khaleesi
That's cool.
bucks.
That's okay, guys. It's all of our rights to do.
The dragons are actually cars. Just Honda's just been really doing good, making them look realistic.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Game of Thrones.
Wait, does that mean that we'll never see the end of Elden Ring because George R. R. Martin's writing it?
Just keep on coming out with expansions.
Everyone's just like, there's so much content, but what's the ending?
He's like, please, just end it already.
I can't.
But there's just so much world building. You know, I was the first person at the very first Comic-Con. That's apparently a thing. I don't know if it's actually true. I never like.
That's true.
I saw something about like, oh, George R. R. Martin was like the first person in line in the very first Comic-Con.
And he could probably say that because
No one's gonna question.
everyone just looks like George R. R. Martin. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that was me. And then the guy who was actually there was like, man, maybe that was George R. R. Martin. I
George R.
distinctly
R. Martin?
remember being the first one in line at Comic-Con, but maybe it was George R. R. Martin.
Or he's dead.
Or he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's right.
I mean, George R. R. Martin.
killed him. Killed him and took his look and was like, no, I was the first one, the first Comic Con ever.
Oh, apparently it's gonna have stealth in it.
Yes, the stealth mechanic is back, and torches are also back to be like good and useful.
Oh, to like actually like see and shit.
Because they took
Kinda
that
hate
out
that.
in like Dark Souls 2, where torches
No.
were supposed to be for the dark.
Dark Souls 2 is where it was where they used it the most.
Yes, I know, but it was supposed to be
It was
used
stupid.
more. But in this one, it's actually one, fun, and two, like actually effective.
Now, the
Are you
que-
saying Dark Souls 2 wasn't fun
Shut
with the
up!
torch?
It was fun. I like Dark Souls 2. I
It
like Dark
was-
Souls 2 a lot because it's fucking
My
stupid.
problem with Dark Souls 2 was just how fucking long it is. Like it felt like they ran out of ideas and they were just like,
Yes.
we'll
I
just
enjoyed
personally
it.
another boss in here. Fuck it.
I personally like that it's like that, but it made it to where like none of it is memorable to me.
Yeah, it felt super
I thought it was
grindy.
very fun to go through though.
It just felt so fucking grindy
It
that I was
was.
like, ugh.
It very much was.
I also think the ending is like, it's not as memorable as the first or the
It's
third
definitely
ones.
not. But that's because, ascending a throne isn't as cool as, setting yourself on fire.
So it is not
Or having
exclusive.
Firekeeper Bay just in the world.
It's releasing for all systems. The only thing that's
Not
exclusive
Switch.
about it is that they have
Not
like a
Switch.
premium collector's edition that they're only releasing to certain regions.
I wonder if
So it
maybe
says
I was
Europe,
only
Middle
looking
East,
at the beta
Africa.
then.
No, beta's open on all platforms too.
Was the beta
Just Europe,
on all
Middle East, and
platforms?
Africa?
Yeah.
Not to America. America doesn't get a special collector's edition.
No, they need something to boost their sales there.
Probably.
No, they're punishing us. They're punishing us.
So, you say you're gonna get it on PC?
No, what they're saying
I was
is
asking.
get good.
I think
go
I
to
asked.
I'm wondering if it's going to be. I don't think it will be
It's coming on.
cross-platform, but
People will.
if it was,
I mean, I can Google.
that'd be cool.
Hey
That'd be
guys,
great.
who wants to take a
Because
nice little trip over to Sedan?
Because then we could
I
share
think
whatever.
personally, I'd rather have it on PC, but I think Nassim, Larry, and Mason are all getting it on PS5.
I'm getting it on PC.
Yeah, I'm getting on PC.
I didn't even think you were gonna play it.
You kidding me? Of course he is. He looks like George R. R. Martin right now.
I was the first one, the first comic.
He wrote it.
This is why I haven't finished my book.
I'm too busy telling people that I was the first person in the
You just,
first
need
comic
your,
con.
you just need your tiny glasses, bro, and then bam, you're good.
That's the disguise.
That's the
I
disguise.
take off the hat and
Yeah,
tiny glasses and
it's
boom.
the reverse. It's the reverse Superman one, where Superman wears the glasses and is like, "Oh, it's me, Superman." Oh, I took them off.
Now
Not
I'm Reed.
anymore.
Yeah, it's just like George R. R. Martin. You were here the whole time.
And I would have gotten away with it too. And I would have not finished my book if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
So it says that it will have cross-platform between PS4 to PS5.
That's not cross-platform.
Yeah,
That's
that
just
means I can-
Cross-gen
that's-
multiplayer.
yeah.
Ooh, that means I can get it for PS4.
But it says that it does not have full cross-platform. Now, mind this is only based on the beta,
Yeah,
so they could add it.
they could.
I like your character name.
But
yeah, QTimes.com.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if
Either way, I'm still not gonna buy a PS5 for one fucking game.
yeah, Mason
Hey,
bought a PS5.
I bought the PS4 for one
his
I was gonna
fucking
say,
game, so I'm not
it would
doing
be
that.
it would be 2 games now. It'd be Elden Ring and not
Spider-Man.
not Sekiro.
Spider-Man.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Spider-Man.
I don't care about Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima was a lot of fun.
I know it was good. Why am I gonna buy it?
Well, you're not buying it
Only-
just for that. You're buying it also for Elden Ring and Spider-Man.
Whatever.
justifies the
This
like
is
a
exactly
lot.
the same issue I had with the
I'm not gonna
PS4,
buy
where I
it.
only
I'm
bought it
not buying
for
Spider-Man.
Monster Hunter World, and then I bought it for something else, and then I turned in those games because I was done with them, and I'm like, yeah, okay, sell my PS4. Now I'm done. Don't need to worry about it.
I
no
bought
more.
I still have like 4 or 5 games that I want to play on the PlayStation. I
have-
wasn't gonna buy it unless I had
So,
at least 10 games.
what if we had a service to rent out consoles? So oh, you want to play Ghost of Tsushima? Don't buy the whole fucking PlayStation. Just rent the console for a month. Play the game.
Okay, so
the startup money for that would be fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
No.
Just
It's
the overhead of just
no.
buying
It's
6
buy, no. You
consoles.
just buy a PlayStation, buy the game, and you're just like, hey, you want to
renting
rent
it
it?
out.
Oh, okay. I got
Okay,
it.
so there's gonna be
I
critically challenged next
immediately went
project.
to a national level. Where you are shipping
what?
people the game and
You didn't-
console.
You didn't look at the
I
small
did not
scale.
look
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't
It
think of
was-
the ramp up.
yeah,
You're
it
just
was
like,
immediate.
boom, I have 1,000 consoles.
No,
I'm renting
yeah.
them out.
You have to start
I
small
gotta buy-
first.
I gotta buy 20,000
Yeah, my thing was
PS5s. like-
immediately Reed was like, I want to be the next fucking blockbuster.
Did they do that?
I think you could
I
rent.
You could rent the
Did they do
console. You can rent the
consoles?
game.
I know they do
For sure, the
games, yeah.
game. I
But
feel,
no,
Redbox
I feel
still
like
does
they
that
should
now.
have. They should have rented out some consoles too.
Dude, they did
I think
that.
the
Like,
problem-
You can do that with
Redbox.
I think the problem
Gone
with renting
under
the
way
consoles,
faster.
yeah, is
If
you
you
have
fucking-
so much more liability with renting the
Yeah.
You
console.
have to upkeep it, if anything.
Yeah, that,
So-
but also the main reason why Blockbuster and them went out of business was because it was oh yes, I would like to rent these 40 movies. Here is my credit card. Deactivate
Cancel.
that credit card. Whoop! 40 movies.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
They can only pay in Bitcoin. That's the only way now.
But yeah, that's part of the reason why that service
Mhm.
died out.
Yeah.
Because now with Redbox,
Between that and streaming, also, I mean, who wants to go to a fucking Blockbuster when you can just hit rent for $2 for 2 days?
I had to
or
explain
whatever.
what a Blockbuster was to Xavier the other day.
Nice.
We bought that the Blockbuster game. It's
Mhm.
at my family's house.
Just
and
think-
Xavier was just what's a Blockbuster?
Xavier's never going to understand there was a world before the internet.
Mm-hmm. No, he's completely unaware of it.
Mhm.
At least with us, it was kind of a transitional. the internet exists, but I'm not gonna use that shit. I'm gonna play my game, and it's oh, there's cheat codes on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that shit.
Okay, how do I unlock Luigi on Smash Bros? That's the first thing that my dad used the internet. Oh, not he used the
Really?
internet for, but
Nice.
that's the first time where I saw the use
Oh, okay.
of the
I was
internet.
going to
as a
say,
child.
your dad used the internet. He's like, How do you unlock Luigi?
But yeah, it was just, yeah, I'm sure we had the internet for other reasons, but my dad was just like, I remember my dad like printed out the list of like,
Hell
he just
yeah.
like screen printed the list of fucking
Hell
like
yeah.
how to unlock all the characters in Smash Bros. He was like, here you go. Merry Christmas, mother. I was like, oh shit, okay.
The internet's great!
It's like, hey, the internet's a pretty cool thing. It's not just for school reports, apparently.
Oh, it's not just Net Explorer.
Huh, neat. Okay, well, here we go.
Hey, tell Mason, Jeff, that you're getting it on PC. I think he'll get it on PC.
Yes.
And if he gets it on PC, I'll get it on PC.
Yes.
The fact that you said it's a lot of exploration as well, that means Teresa can play it. Because that means that Teresa will play it and then like
She's
something
gonna
happens.
have a rough time.
Well, no, she'll just do the exploration part and then she'll hand me the controller when something like.
She'll be like
attacks her.
Christian, a dragon
You're gonna have a rough
landed.
time.
That's fine.
Have you played any of them?
Dark Souls? No.
Yeah, you're.
No, that's.
You should play Dark
That's
Souls.
why we're gonna start our Twitch channel where I suck at video games. We suck at video games.
I think
No,
your intro
comrade,
needs to be that
we suck
video
at
of you
video
spinning in
games.
circles and shooting the hostage. Because that was the best shit I've ever had.
What?
Any game I've ever played with multiplayer has never come close to that peak. Like, there's only been one other match that I've ever played in Siege that was even remotely close to that level of fuckery. And it's because we fucked with the dude until he basically went batshit crazy. But yours was just like, all right, my first game, I'm in. What do?
I
Guys,
can't see
where's this
everything.
hostage?
Everything's just
I can't
polygon.
see anything. Oh no, people are dying.
That must be
Oh,
an
I see a
enemy.
person here. Shotgun to the fucking brain.
Guys, he's trying to sneak in. He's trying to crawl in. Kadoom. So that computer perfectly rendered the recap.
That's the best part.
So you're just like,
That's the best part.
oh, that's what it looked like. Oh, okay. There was someone in the room. Wait, why am I walking up to them?
He did. Like when you spawn next to the hostage, this man didn't even walk around. He just spawned in with his shotty, right? Like had a hard. His computer could not render shit, so he spun around and like you could see him just spinning on his screen. And then he like stops, I guess, because he like momentarily saw the hostage. Thought that was the enemy, points his fucking shotgun at it. He's like not even a foot away from it. Like his barrel is like on this dude's head. And like whenever you point the weapon at the hostage probably goes, ah, like tries to like duck a little bit so you can see him kind of like remove it. And then you're like, boom, and the hostage is gone instantly. Like it didn't say revive, nothing. Hostage was just fucked.
You know, they have no leverage if we take out the hostage. It's true.
Wait, we were the ones that needed the leverage.
Fuck.
They don't need to come in.
The only thing that was even like
Hey guys, there's no hostage to
kind of
rescue.
sort of close to that was we were playing this casual game, right?
You can have this jackass.
We don't want him anymore.
Take them.
So, we were playing a casual game, and funny enough, it was on the same map that you murdered the hostages on. We were playing, and I think it was like me, Nassim, Brandon. I think that's who it was, right? And we had this one other rando, and this guy, dude, I think he was just like talking some mad shit to us in the beginning or something. So we just started fucking with him, right? Because it was a casual. We didn't give a shit. So we were just like fucking him up like in every which way, like not so that we would get kicked, like we never like murdered him, but you know we'd be like, hey, you're at 1 hit point now, you know what I mean? Like we were just like, hey, dude,
I dropped my
he was
Legion
just
stuff right
yeah,
in front of
exactly.
you.
Like he was just progressively getting more and more and more upset. Like he was very vocal on his mic, right? It's like we just kept fucking with him and fucking with him and fucking with him. And like this guy was taking it so serious as a casual match, right? Like, it was like he was like playing ranked or something. Like he was like in it, like he was pissed that we were losing. And so we were like, okay, look, we want to keep fucking with them, so we need to go to OT, right? So we actually like played a game to get us into OT. And then we kept fucking with this guy. We went like 7 rounds with this dude, right? And on the 7th fucking round, this guy was just like, I fucking hate all of you. Like he was like so fucking pissed. He spawned in, took some C4, threw it on the ceiling, and blew up everyone.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
That's how you do
None
it.
of y'all kicked him.
Funny.
And then none of y'all kicked him.
It was so fucking
Forgive.
funny. It was so good, man.
Funny.
Like he was just so pissed. He was like, I don't care about winning anymore. Like we drove him to the point where he stopped giving a fuck about winning. He stopped caring about everything else. All he wanted to do was was just be done with the fucking game.
It's like that fucking thing. It's like that meme where it's like me trying to enjoy my like 2 hours before I go to bed after a hard day, and it's just like a fucking like 8-year-old jackass like kills you 100 times. That dude is just like, I just want to enjoy I just want to sit down, relax,
Hey, you
and play
so
some
competitive
Siege.
then.
I want to play some Siege, and then Curtis is like, hey, I fucking almost killed you there, didn't I? But I didn't kill you, so you can't boot me. You can't boot me.
Get fucked, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. He's just like, I'm surprised he didn't just quit.
I know, dude. That's what we were expecting.
You went 7 rounds with them. That's like,
yeah,
wow.
dude. Like he just stuck with it. Like we kept thinking, like any moment this man's just gonna fucking quit, right? And no, dude, he stuck with it, right? He so wanted to win, and so we just kept like we would intentionally lose matches. Like he'd be like, oh, there's like 3 of us left. It'd be like me, Noxing, and Brandon. There's like one of the enemy, and we just fucking murder each other. like we were hard losing on purpose, and it was driving that man crazy.
That's funny.
And like he knew that we could win, because whenever we were like, oh shit, if we lose this next round, we won't go into overtime, we fucking wiped them. It was like 5-0. We just went out there and just shit all over them. And the guy's like, why the fuck weren't you guys doing that earlier? And we were just like, well,
got lucky.
you know. Anyways, overtime. Dude, it was great.
I saw
it was a great fucking time.
The guy was playing Madden, and he's like, I lost so bad at Madden that I pretended like I was a fucking kid. And the guy messages him, he's like, you suck, bro. And the guy's like, I'm 11. And the guy's like, oh shit, G, my bad, like, you're really good for your age, whatever. And then he replies back something like, my mom doesn't let me play this game. She keeps telling me to go outside and calls me fat. It's like, why would you add that last part? You already played it. You really gotta do that.
Good, bro. You're already good. You already he's in the clear.
But yeah, it was just like I lost in Madden so bad. I had to pretend like I was a fucking kid.
That's so funny.
That was so funny. It was just, I'm 11. Oh shit, my bad, G. You're pretty good for your age.
Just the amount of like pent up stuff in that last line.
A lot.
Huh?
They changed Siege quite a bit. Like, well, they reworked a lot of the maps. not huge reworks, but like, so you can't spawn kill anymore.
Buildings are indestructible.
And the new attacker that they have, she runs the weapon that Jackal runs. Like, the whole reason that I ran Jackal was for that weapon. And her fucking shit is so good. She carries around like a shield, right? Like you can like pull a shield out, and it's like bulletproof glass, so you can like see through it.
Oh shit.
And you can put it up in windows and shit. And like, or like doorways, like you like break a doorway, put your fucking shield down and see through it, and then fucking hold the hallway with the goddamn shield. It's fucking busted. It's so great. It's
Can you
so
eventually shoot down the shield, or?
you can break
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You have to like throw an explosive at it. But she gets 2, so fuck it.
Oh.
You throw one,
Shield.
boom, next one comes down.
Put
Like
2 right behind each other?
Right, exactly. But she's a lot of fun to play. That game's still fun somehow. I don't understand how the game is still fun, but it is.
Yeah, especially with like keep just adding new characters and just like the power creep always gets.
Well, and that's what they've done a good
about
job.
that.
Like none of like the beginning characters are still very strong.
That's
you
good.
know, like they've modified people to make people feel better. Like they used to have this guy. His name was Fuse, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that like he put like grenade clusters on like windows
Yeah.
and shit. But he was almost never played.
What they do to my boy?
Because, you know, you had to go through a soft wall. And so people would just reinforce all the hard points. And so if you weren't on like a bottom floor and Fuse could like get up above you, then Fuse was useless.
Right.
So they reworked him, and now his shit can go through hard walls. So it has like a little like thermite sound before it goes off, where it like drills a hole through the wall and then it shoots your grenades into wherever the reinforced place is. So Fuse is now scary again. He used to not be, and now it's like, oh fuck, we reinforced it. Guess it doesn't matter because we didn't put electricity on it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So they've done a good job of making
Oh shit, that actually
the
like
beginning people still feel like they're
that would make it safer to
involved.
fuse almost, because you can't like I don't think you can't shoot through reinforced stuff, right?
No.
Yeah, so that would make him like even like scarier. Because like I remember one of the big things about fuse is you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna put it on the.
Yep. Because people listen for it, and the moment that they hear the little clunk clunk of Fuse putting his shit down, they just start shooting the window. And Fuse would die all the fucking time putting the shit down because it was so fucking loud. And now you hear the and then after that it goes clunk clunk, and then it starts spitting grenades at you. So
that's fitting for your boy, Reed.
Yeah, they made him better.
Okay. I'm happy. I'm happy for my boy.
But they've done a really good job in that game of.
That's good.
How they changed the Chunkus?
He's a maniac.
They haven't.
No.
For some reason, I knew that you would ask about him.
Because
he's the most Russian of all the Russians there.
Was that he put down a turret, right?
Yeah.
And it was essentially like the LMG, like that old school LMG with like the disc, like whatever. That's his primary now. He just carries that LMG around, and he can just. And now his special is he whips out a fucking like M60 grenade launcher. And can fucking just boom, boom, boom. I think he gets like 6 grenades and they're like incinerators or some shit.
My boy.
And so yeah, he can just chunk grenades all over the fucking place.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
His utility though is still not great, like cause
I don't care. You're turning around the machine gun.
But you can hold a hallway for a long time by just shooting down it for a long time. So yeah, they made him better. He's scary.
Reed's happy.
Reed's happy.
I'm happy.
I'm not. Well, yeah, they do a really good job of like.
What they should have done. They should have done was make him like immune to headshots because that giant fucking metal helmet.
I don't know about you, mine doesn't wear a helmet, right?
Oh, okay.
He's got a unicorn hat on.
Sorry.
He really does.
That's fucking awesome.
It's like a purple and white and pink, like a unicorn, like, and it's like it goes over his whole fucking head, right? But it looks like a furry suit. And I got the body armor with it too, so he looks like a fucking unicorn that's walking around on 10 legs. Pulls out the grenade launcher. Hey, comrade. Like, boom, boom. Fear the force, justice. I did. It's entertaining. I still enjoy that game. Jeffrey, you never play it with us? I know you were saying before that you want to, but like we've been playing off and on the last couple weeks.
I don't think I can get back into that.
Why not?
Nah.
He's got to get into Elden Ring.
You gotta get into Elden Ring. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, once February hits, that's all I'm going to be doing.
Is it coming out in February already?
February 25th.
Holy shit.
All right, boys.
That's very soon.
Yeah. I'm going to be fucked at work.
Time for you to get into the...
Yeah, you gotta start playing some Dark Souls.
You gotta,
all those kids are gonna be like, "Where's my tutor?" And I'm like, "In fucking Elden Ring, man."
Not even, bro. You're gonna go into substitute and they're gonna be like, "What's lesson day?" You're gonna be like, "So this is the Elden Ring map.
This is how you get good.
This is what we need to figure out." Okay.
I'll just be like, "Yeah, okay. So you want me to give you the answer to this question? First, you have to PvP."
1v1
your fucking test, but you gotta 1v1 me.
You have to 1v1 me, and I
you do need to help me beat this boss. I haven't been able to beat him. I don't know what it is.
So that is one other thing with the bosses. It no longer kicks you out after you beat a boss. You can just continuously keep playing in the world until one of them disconnects.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do like to solo all the bosses. I feel like that's like a personal accomplishment.
Yeah, that's what I did in 3 but us because my internet was like my computer wasn't very
I remember trying to play with you and you're like, my game says I can't play with other people.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck you mean your game says it can't?
So when I first played Dark Souls 3, my graphics card wasn't up to snuff, and
his graphics card would go
because the entire game is linked to the FPS. I couldn't play online.
I remember that. He was at like 20 FPS.
Yes. I literally played the entire game in slow motion.
Yes, it's wonderful.
And I beat it by myself, including Nameless King and all the other extra shit. And I was like, yeah, this is awful. And then when I first was able to play with y'all, y'all already had your second characters, and I was playing there with my first character, and I was beefed up with my fucking Dragon Slayer Great Axe, and I was like, sup?
Yeah. What was the funniest thing is Jeffrey would be like, yo, this boss was super easy. Mason would be like, he has like 3 or 4 ads, and Jeff's like, oh yeah, I play in slow-mo, so I can see where all the ads are, where they're moving, so they weren't a problem. I just dodged them all.
Nameless King,
like, what the fuck?
Easy for me. Beat it second try.
Nameless King, easy for me. Beat it first try.
Yeah, whatever. That's because you're good at games. I'm not good at games.
The funniest part was that Mason had talked up the Nameless King to me like so much. I think you had talked it up a little bit.
It's because he's still like.
And I was like, okay, right? And so like I went in there because I was like, whatever, right? Like honestly, Dark Souls 3 I think was the easiest Dark Souls game in my opinion. But apparently I ran a very busted build because I went for like a really safe build, so I was like sword and shield. Apparently that was like devastating. I almost never died. All the PvP fights I did in Dark Souls 3 when it first came out, I won every single fight. Like the sword and shield was a very busted combo. Yes, but I went in there and I fucking demolished the guy. And Mason apparently had already fought him like 10 times, so he lost every single time. And I was like, I don't really see what the problem is here. Like, he was really easy, and then I joined Mason's game, and I could never fucking beat him.
I don't know what it is.
Like, I could not help him beat him for some reason. It was so difficult after I did it the first time. And even coming back afterwards, like on the second and third character.
I was gonna say, I know for one, I don't know if they did it in the first one, but I know in the second and third, whenever you add a person, they like add health, add attack.
Yeah. They do.
They also, depending on your level, also decrease your stats.
Yes, in Dark Souls 3, yeah. Yeah, just downscale you. Which, that was busted, and I'm not sure.
It was very
I liked it a lot. I enjoyed the mechanic, but I also feel like, to a certain degree...
I don't think it did it very well proportionately.
I think it was good. It was good and bad, right? I think it was good because, essentially, if you beat the game, you picked up all the items, right? It made your next playthrough really easy, especially if you had like a specific goal in mind, right? If your next playthrough was like only for PvP or something, right? Mm-hmm. Then you could essentially start with your PvP gear from the get-go and learn how to use it and everything and like go through it that way. But if your next playthrough was like, oh man, I just want to like beat the game or something, and then you'd have someone like come in and like drop you all your gear and you already have like in-game gear by the beginning, like that was where I felt it was kind of busted. But for like, if you were sitting there like, damn, I really just need to get to like level 120 or whatever to PvP, it was a great fucking mechanic.
Yeah, and that's what we did after like 2 characters or something.
Yeah.
I only had 2 characters where I had only 1 character, my bad, that I actually just went through the story with. And then the rest of them were for PvP.
Yep. My favorite was that magic PvP build, dude. I don't know why the game fucked you guys so much. So me, Jeffrey, and Mason would queue up, right? Because they had this like 3v3 kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And for some fucking reason, right? It would always put me on the enemy team. And so my character was not very like he couldn't take that many hits or anything, like very glass cannon. But if I fucking hit you with a spell, you died. Didn't matter what your armor was. Didn't matter what shield you tried to block it with. Didn't matter anything. I went through you like you were a fucking piece of paper, and I was shooting a gun. It was ridiculous, and the rings and shit that I wore made me invisible if I was too far away from you. So like what I did in those 3v3s is I fucking like book it, right? Until I became invisible, and then I creep up to people and just fucking Crystal Soul Spear, bah, and they just die.
Not even that. I remember you used the fucking laser from the top of the
did! I did!
Like, why would
they had this like broken like pillar, right?
Yeah.
And so you could like climb up on it, and they had lost me, and so I was invisible up there, right? And they were fighting this like big ass like battle down below. It was like all three of the enemy team and my 2 teammates. And I fucking laser beamed it and I killed all 3 of them. And then when they respawned, dude, they chased me the whole rest of the fucking game. I literally spent the rest of the game just going to this. And my team would come in, like kill 1 or 2 of them. They fucking respawn. They chase me again.
Anytime I had to play with fucking Curtis, I always made sure I didn't use any of my fucking melee builds. I would use my pyromancy build just so then I had some kind of range to go hit him in case he was like in the middle of an animation. I'd be like,
it was so
fireball.
Strong. Like, dude, magic was so strong in that game, but you were just so fucking weak. Like, you were like a wet noodle. Mm-hmm. People could just like backhand you and you would fucking die.
Yeah, you're
but if your spell hit them first, you won.
Yeah, because it did what you only needed 1 spell to kill a person.
Exactly, yeah. No, dude, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The Archer build was also fun, but I don't think it was as much fun.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Archer was never like. It was never all that great in either Dark Souls games.
However, in Elden Ring, it's really good, apparently.
Archer was fun in the arena, in the 3v3s, because I had the same ring that make me invisible, and I was using like a big ass fucking great bow. I used like explosive arrows, and so like as people were like running to like go find an enemy, I just fucking shoot them in the face with a big ass arrow, and it would like pile drive them into the ground, and then as they stand up, it would explode and pile drive them back into the ground.
In Elden Ring, it's really good because you can run around on your horse and fire at the same time.
You can also cast magic too.
That too.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to use a lance. I'm going to use 2 lances.
You're going to ride on your horse with 2 lances?
Yeah, I'm just going to go...
I am really excited to see like how the gameplay changes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think it's going to be really interesting.
It's going to be fun.
I don't know. Personally, I'm interested in the Pokemon-less run through with that one game.
Oh yeah, no Pokemon Legends of Arceus.
Yeah.
He's gonna fucking punch Pokemon the whole time.
Suplex
Oh my
somebody.
god.
Oh, so
You
it's
get
like
to the fucking
Digimon
gym
then.
leader and you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let's get it, bitch, let's go.
Alright, send out your fucking Raichu, you piece of shit.
Thunder, dodge.
Fucking gym leader's just like, he can do that?
Alright, give me
What
the
the
badge. Give me the badge, or else.
Right? You want to line up like your Raichu, bitch? Let's go.
You thought that was my last one? And he's just jacked.
I'm the leader of the fighting type Pokemon for a reason.
He fights you like
I
fucking
fight my
Andre does.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Just starts whooping your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gotta call. The secret to that one is he fights his own Pokemon, so you have to call the PETA on him.
Oh.
And they fucking arrest his ass.
Did you
I
guys
can
ever
never
see,
get past this gym leader.
Did you guys ever see Peter's version of Pokemon?
Yeah.
That shit was so fucked up.
I never see.
It's
The last thing for PETA I've seen
Oh my
was
God.
when they were trying to get into Smash Bros.
with the
They
peanut.
they made their own like
Yeah.
Pokemon version, but it was like
was-
they were
that's
all like
really old.
fucked up
Oh, yeah.
and like hurt.
Peanut,
and
black,
shit.
black and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
They-
like
It's a
like,
story
they
about how
were
Pikachu
so
escapes from the
fucked up.
Pokeball and starts revolutionizing
Yeah, dude.
against the humans.
What the fuck?
It's
It was
so.
fucked up, man.
God,
I'm
that came
just
out a long
looking at
time
all
ago.
I think it was like middle school,
We
bro.
were probably middle school. When it came
Yeah.
out. That was funny.
I just remember seeing that shit and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Peter's wild. I need to rush real quick.